Welcome to the first day of covering art fundamentals to prove my friend. Making YouTube videos is easy. We've got 3 levels of Pokemon based on how complex their shapes are. And firstly we got Poliwag. We're giving it like a spherical shape for its body. As you can see here, I'm drawing the middle line. We're separating it into quarters and we're drawing the middle line to place the facial proportions better and easier. We're giving it 2 tube-like shapes for its legs. And I'm separating those either. I'm defining the shape a little bit more. Correcting the proportion mistakes. We're giving it another cylinder tube-like shape for its base of the tail and giving it the plain frog tail shape. I don't know if it's a frog, but we're drawing the center line for its mouth/nose and we're drawing the base circle. We're drawing the circles for the eyes. It's not very proportionate right now, but we'll correct it later. Drawing the eyeballs. Correcting the shape a little bit more. Drawing the drop lights and highlights. I don't know if they're called drop lights, but we're drawing the highlights. I'm defining the shape of the light and shadow a little bit more. You see me doubling up with the shading and drawing some more spirals. I'm giving it a little bit of outline. I'm making darker shapes more darker. And I'm making a little thumbnail sketch for you to understand the geometrical shapes a little bit more. I'm separating those into quarters either, giving it 2 like legs, a tail, plane of the tail, cylindrical base, and I'm correcting the proportions a little bit more. We're done with that, and now we got Omanite. We're making this like cheese wheel shape. We're smudging its corners into a smoother shape. I'm correcting it to make it look more proportional and accurate to reference. I'm doubling up with more spirals. Given the ridges of its shell, I'm separating those either to like make its shading better. I'm erasing the extra sketch line and like clean up where his eyeballs gonna be. I'm shaping its eyebrows, like where his eyebrows are supposed to be, I guess. I'm correcting the ridges. I'm drawing the eyeballs, shadows, iris. Giving the iris its highlights, and I'm now drawing the little tentacles as sort of manipulated cylindrical shapes. Drawing the rest of the tentacles. Lots of tube shapes. This part's a little boring, but art is kinda boring. Separating those two to make shading process and perspective a bit clearer and better in general. I completed the sketch. Kinda, I'm correcting some things too. Making the outline a bit clearer. And then, what is this called? In this face, making the perspective clearer is better for you. So you can make better shading and more proportionate and more clear. I'm making a little thumbnail sketch of that either. This cheese wheel shape, these 2 eyeballs, lots of tentacles, and this 2 irises. separating those geometrical shapes either. And now we're drawing the Greninja for the hard level. He got a lot of complex shapes and sort of dynamic pose, so I'm first drawing a gestural base. And I'm not really looking at 3D shapes for this drawing. I'm making it like angles of the lines. C curves, S curves, I curves. I make the angles and proportions more correct instead of perspective and 3D shapes. That's not because you should do it like that, but I do not understand, to be honest, that complex of a shape in perspective. You see me dabbling up with the sketch a little bit. When we cover proportions and perspective, I'm drawing the legs with a cylinder-like shape. There's this kneecap shape, I don't know what it's called, but sort of an egg, I don't know. A huge tube for his tongue / scarf. Making the sketch a bit cleaner. His forearm. Forearm is sort of a tube shape. You can make his hands a triangle in a perspective where its back is more uplifted. Legs are tubes, obviously. I'm separating those into shapes too, because when the light hits that, some of the sections are gonna be lighter, and you're basically making your job a bit easier. I'm drawing the other leg. Drawing the arm. Tubes, more tubes. Drawing the egg shape. Lines that curve on geometrical shapes show its dimension and depth better. I'm making that hand into a plane either. Back of the leg, and you see me dabbling up with the shading a little bit more. I'm correcting some proportions and giving it like values here, not really shading too. No, it's done. I'm making a thumbnail sketch of that either, but with more like gestural lines instead of 3D shapes and perspective. I'm showing its pose, how dynamic it is. Yeah, and that's basically it. I'm taking a little left because I didn't plan the canvas just stopping there. And that's the thumbnail sketch of Greninja. And yeah, I'm separating these into sections too. And that's it for today's video. See you at the later videos, I guess, if I do any of them, to be honest. And yeah, that's it. Thank you and bye.